Our contract with life is a contract linked to vulnerability, sadness, and anxiety. If we are to be truthful and meaningful in this world, we can't live our lives by focusing on one dimension, and we can't expect this one-dimensional understanding of it to give us a multifaceted life. For this reason, you can develop our power of thought in the following way. Sometimes it can be very difficult to touch our emotions. But it's not impossible when we're willing to try and be better. In order to create change, you first need awareness. This is a term we see in many self-help books today. What this means is that we need investment to make the most of our lives and embrace our differences. We have to give ourselves permission to recognize our feelings. We need to put all of our skills and resources on the table to show ourselves, to understand our most basic feelings. This is a very important first step. When we look at ourselves with all our good and bad points, even the worst monsters retreat with awareness and acceptance. We have to be observers of ourselves. People don't experience a lot of the things they encounter. They don't evaluate the situation they're in, or they just watch from a distance. In the second step, David encourages them to step outside their comfort zone. This can be uncomfortable, but it can help you see how you behave when you encounter negativity, and you can start to develop skills to recognize it when it arises. First, you have to change your beliefs and habits about what psychologists say about what goes on in your mind. When you deepen yourself, when you learn how to make small changes in different areas of your life, you can achieve lasting change without changing the course of your life. Everything to be able to go further, but we can't learn how to transform things without taking the time to question the negatives in our lives. David says that to make a change in our lives we need to do something challenging. The most effective way to transform your life is not to quit your job and go to the Far East, but to do what you can with what you have, where you are. It's kind of like boring self-help advice in the hands of a newspaper over the weekend, but it works. As a result of their work for more than 15 years, scientists have managed to move prosthetic limbs and robots with the power of thought. The first example in this regard was the paralyzed Kathy Hutchinson. In the US, 2 people who have been paralyzed for many years have moved their robotic arms with the power of thought. The website of the journal Nature has published a report showing how 2 people who lost the use of their legs and arms due to a stroke they suffered years ago were able to control their independent robotic arms with the help of a tiny sensor implanted in their brains. The report, based on work by scientists from Brown University and Harvard Medical School, said the baby aspirin-sized sensor focused on the electrical activity of several dozen brain cells as participants imagined moving their arms. The sensor was later reported to have transmitted the signals to a computer that sent them to robotic arms in the form of commands. During the experiment, the participants, one of whom was a woman and the other a man, tried to direct the robot arms to reach the balls in front of them and squeeze them. Male participants succeeded in less than 50% of their ventures, while female participants succeeded in more than 60%. Kathy Hutchinson, a female participant, was additionally asked to drink coffee using her arm. This was noted as 3 separate actions, in which she had to lift the bottle, take it to her lips to be able to drink with a straw, and put the bottle back on the table, and in 4 out of 6 attempts she was successful. Dr. Lee Hochberg, one of the researchers, said that for the female participant, the smile on her face was amazing. Experts say the experimental, brain-controlled studies will help people with paralysis in their daily lives when technology develops and costs fall. Experts continue to find evidence that our positive and negative thoughts not only have psychological effects, but also physical effects on our bodies. The advantages of positive thinking include less stress, better physical and emotional health, longer lifespan, and better coping skills. The human brain thinks in words. People experience their emotions through their thoughts. They also exhibit behavior according to their emotional state. Sometimes this chain can develop as emotion, thought, behavior, or behavior, emotion, thought. Thoughts make humans' destiny. What we call a self-fulfilling prophecy is sometimes created by the environment and sometimes by the person himself. Usually one does it by oneself. Ultimately, it is up to the individual to believe what the environment tells them and perceive it as their destiny. What needs to be done is to strengthen the weak link in the chain. And that's by changing the way you think about it, which is the source of the problem. Replacing the negative sentence with positive sentences with positive words is enough to break the paradox. One technique to help you think more positively is to become aware of your negative self-talk and replace negative thoughts with positive ones. Sometimes we imagine the worst of ourselves or situations, and often we become oblivious of the negative thoughts. The power of positive thinking is your character and lifestyle. How you evaluate the events you are experiencing and how you will react to the events that will come in front of you is a reflection of your positive thinking power. You have to really believe in what you want to do. The doubts that go through your mind, the hesitations, are the barrier to positive thinking. If you want to gain a positive mindset, it is not difficult. You can develop it with a little exercise. Try to replace negative self-talk with positive words. For example, replace the statement, "I hate getting up in the morning," with, "I am grateful for a new day." Avoid negative words like "I can't," "worried," "scared," "sad," "tired," "bored." It is important to actively think about how you feel and your life. Try to catch yourself thinking negatively, and say, "Stop," to orient yourself to positive thoughts. In the face of a smiling, lively face, no one can stand unhappy and sullen. Our subconscious usually mirrors and influences the other person. You smile so that the other person smiles too. The basic human desire is to feel loved, and sometimes that love comes from within. And in order to love ourselves fully, we must incorporate healthy habits into our lives, for a well-fed body, mind and soul. Several ways to feed your body are to exercise, eat healthy food and connect with others. A few ways to feed your mind are doing mind puzzles, meditating, breathing deeply and laughing. Together with these activities, you can develop positive thinking and a positive outlook by nourishing both the body and the mind. It is scientifically impossible to move an object with the power of thought. But if your thinking changes, your life changes. Favors take action. And the movement of a good life is worth more than the movement of a chair. Please start today.